Spider-Man 94, issue number 1 from Marvel Comics. So yeah, this is a comic book based off of the Spider-Man animated series from 1994. Which, hell yeah, I freaking love that show. I'm all on board for a comic that continues on that legacy. Kind of reminds me of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures. So we start off this issue with a bunch of spiderweb, and this one dude is kind of wrapped up in it. And this is Morloon. And Morloon is talking to Kane. And Morloon happens to be Kane's father, which kind of weird because it's been forever since I've read Spider-Man comics, like outside of Ultimate Spider-Man and just like one-shots like Spider-Man versus Wolverine and things like that. But in terms of like the main continuity run and stuff, isn't the Jackal the one that created Kane? So why is Morloon here now? Another thing is that Kane never showed up in the cartoon series, which is funny because there actually is a Kane Spider-Man cartoon toy. So the Spider-Man cartoon series, the toy line, they actually created a Kane figure, but Kane never actually ever appeared in cartoons itself, which was interesting. But yeah, we got Peter Parker and Mary Jane swinging together, and they land on top of a rooftop. And they're happy, they're excited. Peter Parker is so glad that Mary Jane is back. I will say that the faces here just look really weird. It's interesting, like, the artwork itself isn't terrible, necessarily. It's just the faces are really off. Like, everything else is fine, but the faces just look weird. Like, look at Mary Jane here. I don't know, something about, like, she doesn't look youthful. She doesn't look like how she looks in the cartoon. I mean, she's wearing the same clothes. She has the same hairstyle, but just something in the face that looks really weird. And look at Peter. Like, if you were to just show me this, I would not be able to guess that this is Peter Parker. Like, this is just weird. But we have like a recap where basically Green Goblin threw Mary Jane into this portal, and then Mary Jane returned, and her and Peter got married, but it turned out that Mary Jane was actually a clone, and the clone died in Peter's arms during their honeymoon. And he had grief. He was all upset because Mary Jane died. And then somehow he was able to talk to Madam Web, and he went through a bunch of just nightmarish things, and he was able to save Mary Jane and bring her back. And the reason why we have this little flashback is because Mary Jane asked Peter to marry her. And his response is, And the reason why is because of all this. So Mary Jane, obviously, she gets pissed off. She storms off. We have Kane watching all this. Then we cut to morning where Mary Jane knocks on Aunt May's door. She wants to see Peter. Once again, the face just looks really off. But she storms upstairs, rips off the bed covers, and pretty much like starts demanding questions. Like, what's wrong with you? After we went through all that to get back here, all the nightmares we faced, all the obstacles we've overcome, how can you turn your back on me, on us? Peter starts explaining. So he explains everything that happened, and he explains that it felt like he was being deceived. He felt deceived that he fell in love with the Mary Jane clone. And like he's like, I know it doesn't really make sense, but I'm just like afraid. Like I went through your death before. I know that wasn't technically you. I know it was a clone, but it's still like it was a clone of you. I still saw you dying, and I don't want that to happen. And Mary Jane was like, I understand now, but don't you think I feel the same way? Like, you're Spider-Man. You put yourself at risk every day, but our love is bigger than our fear. It has to be. And so she asks him again, will you marry me? And he says yes. And he goes downstairs to announce it to Aunt May. Aunt May is like, getting married. As far as she's concerned, you guys are already married. Because, again, Peter married the clone. She doesn't know that the clone died. As far as she knows, Peter and Mary Jane are already married. And just look at this face. Again, like, I hate knocking on, like, artists and stuff like that. I mean, it's not my forte. I'm not an artist. I'm a writer. It's easy for me to pick on like the writing aspects. I'm looking at the art as just like a viewer, a reader. And again, the art for the most part is fine. It's just the faces. Like the body and the body proportions, they're all okay. The action scenes are okay. Everything is fine. It's just the face itself that's just off. Aunt May looks weird. Mary Jane, like that expression just looks kind of derpy on her. Peter, like right here, what is going on with Peter's face? You know what Peter looks like? He looks like that dude from Blade Runner. The one that lives by himself in the hotel. Get his name. The dude who has like that disease that makes him like age faster. That's what he kind of looks like. Like that's what he reminds me of when I look at him. But yeah, it's so weird, man. Like I can't get over the faces and how bad they look. Yeah, Peter's going. He's fighting Molten Man for whatever reason. I do like this moment where he like punches Molten Man, and Molten Man just like lands, like he gets launched from the punch, and he just lands back first on this fire hydrant, and he just says, "Oh no, the water." And I'm just like, dude, forget the water. You landed spine first on the top of a fire hydrant. That's gotta snap your back. Like that's gotta hurt worse than the water. Like holy cow, I know you're Molten Man and you know water not good, but Jesus, I can't imagine landing back first on that. That's gotta be painful. But yeah, this is just like a moment thrown in just to show that Peter is noticing that someone is watching him. So we have like a family dinner, and Kane breaks in and he kidnaps Peter. I don't know, for some reason I just find this funny where like they're trying to have like a peaceful family dinner. As peaceful as you can get with Mary Jane's aunt, who is just constantly belittling Peter. I like the fact that Mary Jane stands up for him. But he just like comes in, kidnaps Peter, and then dips out, and everyone's just kind of watching like, what just happened? And Peter just like loses it. He's like, dude, you attacked me in front of my family. You put their lives at risk. You threatened them. Like, F you. And he just starts beating the hell out of Kane. Like, he beats him down. And Kane goes, he leaves broken. Yeah, Peter, like, he comes back and he's like, yeah, it turns out that the guy wasn't after me. He was after Spider-Man. So he thought if he got me, he could lure Spider-Man out. And of course, Mary Jane's aunt starts, like, ripping into Peter. And Mary Jane just tells her to shut up. And says, this is a man I love. This is a man I'm going to be spending the rest of my life with. And if you can't treat him with the respect he deserves, then get the hell out of here. She does. And I'm like, sweet. This is what I want from Mary Jane. She stands up for Peter. This is the way it's supposed to be. Why do we only get this in, like, spin-offs and stuff? Why can't we get this in the main run? Then I guess we have Kane. He goes back to Morlun. And Morlun's like, you know, I'm weak. You disappointed me. And I think he kills him. Like, he feeds off of him. He's going to create like, just a bunch more. So for anyone who doesn't know, Kane is a clone of Peter. So I guess we're going to do more Spider-Man clones. Can we just knock it off with the Spider-Man clones? I'm kind of sick of that. We seem to like, bring it up every once in a while. Like every few years, we got to do a Spider-Man clone storyline. I hope that's not where they're going with this. Let me guess. We're going to have him create a clone of Spider-Man, and then somehow he's going to use that to pretend to be Peter Parker, and they're going to ruin the Mary Jane Peter Parker relationship in some way, and Peter's got to win her back again or something. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I enjoyed this. I like this. I didn't like the whole like clone thing at the end. I'm hoping that's not where we're going with this story. So I don't want to like knock the story for something that it hasn't done yet. Like it's setting up that it looks like he's going to be able to clone. I'm hoping it's just like he can clone more like Kane type people, like just no more Peter Parker clones, please. And of course the faces are just awful. But other than that, like I said, like the rest of the artwork is fine. It's just literally the faces. The faces are the only thing that's wrong. Like the body proportions and all that, everything else is fine. Perspectives and stuff like that. I mean, maybe someone with an artist background can like really nitpick it if they want. But to me, as just a noob when it comes to artwork, it's fine to me. Like, I don't mind it. It's just the faces. Like, if you can just work on the faces, this will be completely alright artwork for me. Like, I got no complaints with anything in the artwork other than the face. Story itself is interesting. It's interesting that they're bringing Kane, but I'm kind of interested to see like what other characters are going to bring back. It would be kind of cool to see Punisher 94 show up, as well as Morbius. Morbius was cool in the cartoon series. That's like the first thing that introduced me to Morbius was the cartoon. But I like this. It has its faults. I have my nitpicks. But overall, I enjoy this a lot. I think it's cool that they're taking place in the 94 universe. I'm glad to see Peter and Mary Jane happy together and apparently married. Because even though he married the clone, As far as anyone else is concerned, they're still married. They're legally married. That's nice. I always like to see the two of them together. So I enjoyed this. Kind of rambling at this point. This was good. I liked it. Spider-Man 94, issue number 1 of Marvel Comics. It gets a recommendation. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope to see you next time. Take care. Later. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still want to thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next one is more to your liking. With that said, thank you once again, and I hope you guys and gals have a good one. Later.